Good morning students, this is Latif sir. In this video I will discuss about the third chapter of class 8 chemistry. The topic is elements, compounds and mixture. Elements, compound and mixture. You have already studied in lower classes that what is matter. Anything that occupies some space and that has some mass is known as matter. And matter is composed of very small particles which are known as atoms and molecules. Okay. And on the basis of chemical composition, matter can be classified in two broad categories. One is pure substance, another is impure substance. Okay, so on the basis of chemical composition, matter can be classified in two broad categories. One is pure substance, another is impure substance. So first I will discuss about pure substance. Pure substances. A pure substance is made up of only one type of atom or molecules. A pure substance is made up of only one type of atoms or molecules, and it has a fixed composition and is uniform throughout. That is, it is homogeneous in nature. Okay. So example of pure substance, gold, iron, all these are pure substance. Oxygen, hydrogen. Okay, a pure substance is made up of only one type of atom or molecules, and it has fixed composition and is uniform throughout. That is, pure substance is homogeneous in nature. And the physical and chemical properties of pure substance remain the same. The physical and chemical properties of a pure substance remain the same for the physical and chemical properties of a pure substance remain the same irrespective of the place where it exists. Okay. Now see characteristic of a pure substance. A pure substance has definite composition. A pure substance has definite composition, and hence it can be represented by a chemical formula. Second point, a pure substance has a specific melting point, boiling point. Third point, a pure substance is homogeneous, that is, its composition remains the same throughout. Okay, so a pure substance is homogeneous in nature. Next point, a pure substance has a fixed chemical properties, and formation of a pure substance involves energy, and hence it cannot be separated by physical method. The component of pure substance cannot be separated by physical method, and chemical methods are required to separate the components of a pure substance. These are some characteristics of pure substance. Now, types of pure substance. Pure substances are two types. One is pure substances are two types. One is element and another is compounds. Okay, elements are subdivided into metals, non-metals and metalloids. You know what are metals, non-metals and metalloids. So first, elements. Elements. Pure substances whose molecule consist of only one type of atoms are known as elements. Pure substances whose molecules consist of only one type of atom are called elements. And elements may exist as monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic and polyatomic molecules. Okay, so now see different type of molecules or different type of elements. Monoatomic elements, and these monoatomic elements exist as a single atom. For example, helium, copper, silver, carbon, all these are monoatomic elements. These elements these elements exist as a single atom. Diatomic elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, these elements are formed by combination of two atoms, similar atom. Okay, so these are diatomic elements. And triatomic elements, ozone is a triatomic element. Okay, and formula of ozone is O3. In ozone molecule, the three oxygen atom join together to form a single ozone molecule, so it is a triatomic molecules. And polyatomic means more than three atoms are present in a polyatomic element. For example, phosphorus, sulfur. Phosphorus is P4 and sulfur is S8. 8 sulfur atom is present in sulfur molecules. Okay, in nature there are almost 118 elements are found till now. Okay, so there are total 118 elements are found in nature, and these elements are arranged in a tabular form, which is known as periodic table. This is the periodic table. Okay, this is the periodic table, and in this periodic table elements are arranged according to their atomic number in some groups and in some periods, and horizontal rows are known as periods, and vertical columns are known as groups. In this periodic table elements are arranged according to their atomic number. Okay, so in this periodic table there are total 18 vertical columns, and that is there are total 18 groups, and there are total 7 horizontal rows, so that is there are total 7 periods. Okay, here one fact is given: the sixth element in the last group of the periodic table, that is the sixth element present in this last group, and these six elements are known as noble inert gases. Okay, or noble gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. These sixth elements are called noble gases. They are odorless, colorless, monoatomic members of non-metals, and they are chemically inert in nature, and therefore they are also called inert gases. Okay, and these noble gases, elements of this noble gas, atoms of these noble gases can exist independently. Okay, that is their monoatomic elements. And metal and non-metal and metalloids, all these elements are arranged in this periodic table. Okay, metals are typically found on the left side of this periodic table. Metals are found on the left side of this table, and non-metals are found on the right side of this table. Non-metals are found on the right side of the table. Okay, and metalloid between metals and non-metal. Metalloid exist between metal and non-metal. Okay, and some example of metalloids are given: boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium. These are non-metals. Metalloid, these are some example of metalloid. Now see, what are metalloids? Metalloids have the property that are intermediate between metals and non-metals. Metalloids have the properties that are intermediate between metals and non-metals. For example, boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony. These are some non-metalloids. Okay. Now see physical properties of metals and non-metals. Physical properties of metal and non-metal. It is given in tabular form. So first see physical properties of metals. Okay, metals are usually solids at room temperature. Exception: mercury is a liquid metal at room temperature. So which metal is liquid at room temperature? Answer is mercury. All the other metals are solid at room temperature, and metals are, they are very hard. Exception: sodium, potassium, these are soft metal. Okay, and metals are usually lustrous and polished, and metals are ductile, that is they can be drawn into wires, and metals are malleable, that is they can be beaten into sheet. Metals are sonorous, that is they can produce a deep ringing sound, and metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, and metals, they have very high melting point and boiling point. Okay, as they have strong metallic bonds. So these are some properties of metals. Now see properties of non-metals. Non-metals are non-metals may be liquid, solid or gaseous at room temperature. Maximum non-metals are liquid or gaseous in nature at room temperature, and some non-metals like diamond, which is a solid. Okay, so non-metals may be solid, liquid or gases at room temperature, and non-metals are soft. Exception: diamond. It is a non-metal but is very hard. Okay, diamond is the hardest known substance. And non-metals, they are non-lustrous. Exception is there, graphite and iodine, although they are non-metals, but they are lustrous, they can shine. And non-metals, they are non-ductile, that is, uh, example exception is, exception carbon fiber are ductiles. Okay, so non-metals are non-ductile, non-metals are non-malleable. Okay, and non-metals are non-sonorous, that is, they cannot produce ringing sound. Okay, and non-metals are very bad conductor of heat and electricity. Exception is there. Exception is graphite is a non-metal, although it is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Exception is the exception, graphite is a good conductor of heat and electricity, although it is non-metal. And similarly, diamond, which is a non-metal, and diamond has very high thermal conductivity. Okay, and non-metals have low melting point and boiling point. So these are characteristic of non-metal. Now see compounds. What are compounds? Compounds are also pure substances. Okay, compounds are also pure substances. So pure substance that is pure substances that are formed pure substances that are formed when two or more elements chemically combine in definite proportion are called compounds. Pure substances that are formed when two or more elements chemically combine in a definite proportion are called compounds. And the molecule of compounds consist of two or more different type of atoms in definite proportion. And the atoms of molecules of compounds, they are held together by different chemical bonds. Okay, so example of compounds, uh, sodium chloride, glucose, water, carbon dioxide, limestone. These are some example of compounds. Okay, and compounds has unique properties that are different from the properties of individual elements. The compound has a compound has unique properties that are different from the properties of individual element. For example, water. Water is formed by combination of hydrogen and oxygen, and properties of water is different from properties of its constituent element hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, water is used for extinguishing fire, while hydrogen is a combustible gas and oxygen is a supporter of combustion. So properties of water is different from its constituent elements. Okay, and depending on the type of chemical bonds, compounds are uh, electrovalent compounds and covalent compounds. Compounds are two types. Okay, so based on chemical bond present in the compounds are two types: electrovalent compounds or ionic compounds, another is covalent compounds. Now see impure substances or mixture. Impure substances or mixture. A mixture is made up of two or more pure substances. So a mixture is formed by two or combination of two or more pure substances. Okay, so mixture is made up of two or more pure substances, that is by two or made up of two or more elements or compounds or both that are not chemically combined. A mixture is made up of two or more pure substances that are not chemically combined. Therefore, the substances or components of a mixture retain their individual properties. The component of mixture can retain their individual properties in a mixture. Okay, because the component of a mixture are not chemically combined. Okay, example of mixture: salt solution is a mixture of table salt and water. Dough is a mixture of flour and water. Air is a mixture of several gases. Okay, so these are some example of mixture. Now see characteristics of mixture or impure substance. A mixture does not have definite composition. A mixture does not have definite compositions, hence a mixture cannot be represented by a chemical formula. Okay, and a mixture does not have a specific boiling point, melting point, a characteristic color or a taste. A mixture does not have specific boiling point, melting point, a characteristic color, order, taste, and the component of a mixture can be separated by physical method. The component of mixture can be separated by physical method, and mixture may be homogeneous, that is uniform, or heterogeneous, that is non-uniform. Okay, so mixture may be both type, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Now see difference between pure substance and impure substance, or comparison between pure substances and impure substance. So first point, pure substance, they are either an element or a compound. Pure substances are either an element or compound, but impure substances, they are a combination of elements and compound, or both. Second point, pure substances, they can be represented by a chemical formula, but an impure substance cannot be represented by a chemical formula. Okay, so third point, pure substances are always homogeneous. Pure substances are always homogeneous, but impure substances may be homogeneous or heterogeneous. Impure substances may be homogeneous or heterogeneous, and pure substances have a fixed composition. Impure substances have a fixed composition, but impure substances do not have a fixed composition. Their composition may vary. Okay, and pure substances, the components lose their identity. Okay, but in case of impure substance, the components retain their identity. The components of impure substance retain their identity. Okay, and the component of a pure substance cannot be separated by physical methods. Components of a pure substance cannot be separated by physical method, but components of impure substance can be separated by physical method, can be separated by physical methods. Okay, example of pure substance: silver, copper, sodium, hydrogen, oxygen. These are all these are some example of pure substances. And example of impure substance: tap water, sea water, air, milk, honey, uh, ornamental gold. These are some example of impure substance. Okay, thank you, student. Next I'll discuss about the formation of impure substances or mixture.